Good morning, viewers. Today we'll be talking about sex. That is, sex in advertising and the media, and precisely how and why it sells. Well, it was all about timing. Paul Rutherford explains in his book, A World Made Sexy, that when advertising boomed in the 50s, 57% of the population was under the age of 30. So clearly, there was a youth quake. All the population was young and hungry for this sexual content that was once taboo. In A World Made Sexy, Rutherford quotes theorist McLuhan, who is a theorist on advertising in the media, who says that ad agencies in the 50s were only responding to the popular mood of the youth quake. Baudrillard, who is also a theorist stated in A World Made Sexy, who touches upon sex and advertising as well, says that advertising entered at a time where products filled certain needs in humans, such as to daydream. And they also entered at a time in modern life where sexuality was never previously explored. Ads filled sexual fantasies and desires, which was again something that was previously repressed. Baudrillard directly states that advertising served to activate the repressive reality principle at the very heart of the pleasure principle. To conclude the use of sex in advertising's beginning, advertising at this time confirmed a way of life and almost made it easier for consumers to adopt a self-concept of themselves through products promising certain qualities to youth culture. And now to Letitia with reasons for why and how sex in the media remains and sells.
Erotica in advertising is characterized by a deliberate attempt to gain attention through shock, and the most common provocative features in advertising are the use of sex and nudity using both male and females. The use of overt sexual appeals in advertising has increased considerably and has become a commonplace. So Tom Richard, a professor at the University of Georgia, stated that sex in advertising has been used to increase consumers' interest and sales. For instance, Duke & Sons inserted cards into cigarette packs that featured sexually provocative starlets. Erotica in advertising can either have a low or high association. A low association is, for instance, when an attractive woman is posing to a car for an ad emphasizing fuel economy. A high association is when an ad features an image of a couple in a sensual embrace. The woman's eyes are shut and her head is tilted backwards. Meanwhile, the man is attracted to her and kissing her neck. The message here is clear: buy the perfume and you're guaranteed to meet someone and have a lover. All this is leading us to the conclusion that sexual appeals are attention-getting, arousing, affect-inducing, and memorable.
This one for sure.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, and why?
Because there's a guy in it, and now it's just a girl in a car.
Okay, so
it's not sexy.
Oh,
okay,
personally.
this one because it has a car.
A car in it?
Yeah.
You're more attracted to a car than having a perfume?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably this one.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know, it's more romantic. I don't really think that girls are that attractive, so.
This one?
This one?
It's a bit more intimate, like it shows, it's more like risque. This is just like a woman, and like she's hot, yeah, but this sort of shows more like action, suggests action, I guess. I think action.
Okay. Now back to Chelsea, talking about taboo and advertisement.
Thank you, Letitia. Very informative, 100%. Alright, so is the sexiness or sexuality in marketing campaigns actually created by the pictures and the materials shown in the advertisements, or is it something more? Let's find out. According to expert author Sharon Smith, sexy and sensuality is employed into the business life, but without the taboo is through color printing methods. In order to use sex in advertisements without all the taboos associated with it is by making the color printing methods attractive to the eyes and perception of the targeted clients. Colors That Sell Tried and Tested Color Schemes by Jill Morton. There are 60 different color combinations used in the international marketplace today. Some examples of those being Xerox, FedEx's multiple color schemes, and Levitra for starters. The red chapter states that in a design analysis, the color harmony is based on a dynamic contrast of warm and cool color. Colors send out a subliminal message, and when colors are combined, they take on new meaning. And these are the kinds of techniques that is used and is why it actually sells. So it takes all 5 senses for a person to actually make a decision whether an advertisement is appealing or not. Once something does appeal to an individual, they will tend to purchase the product immediately and without question. So to quote Mrs. Smith, if you could create advertising material that can entice all the 5 senses, then it would definitely get you the paying clients and customers you need to increase your sales. Yet having too much enticements can invade a person's senses, and therefore it is important to avoid bombarding your clients with too much stimuli. And now back to Pamela with theories from Jean Kilbourne.
In the world of advertising, things are lovers and lovers are things. Directly quoted from Jean Kilbourne, a feminist author whose main focal point is women in advertising. Kilbourne demonstrates that advertisers consistently deliver messages that products will bring us happiness. She argues that advertisements do more than promoting the notion that buying a product and you will be loved. The message is also the product will love you. Advertisements encourage the belief that we can have relationships with our products or through our products. Example of an advertisement with a couple embracing says that the right dress is like the right guy. You love it more when you get it home. Kilbourne repeats through her book, The Deadly Persuasion, the theory that advertisements send a message that products can deliver what we can only get through healthy relationships. Zest and vitality, empowerment to act, knowledge and clarity of self and others, and a sense of self-worth and the desire for more connection. And evidently, this connection is through what the products buy, making ads seem more appealing and more engaging. Moving along, Richard Tafflinger, an associate clinical professor in the Edward Murrow College of Communication at the Washington State, says that sex is the second strongest physiological appeals. Sexual desire is biological and instinctual, and using it to promote a product is a surefire way to see a positive return on investment. When sex is used in an ad, it is to demonstrate to the public that a particular brand has the ability to make consumers more sexually active and more sexually attractive. When a sexy ad is targeted at a male demographic, the female depicted is implied to be the man's reward for using the product. So while sexual scenes and sexual models serve as attention-grabbing devices, they are also arguments for investing in the particular brand. So, while sexual scenes and sexual models are attention-grabbing devices, they are also arguments for investing in the particular brand or product. So, sex sells because advertisers use different demographics when they're focusing on men and then when they're focusing on women as consumers. Okay, so ads that are aiming at men use raw sex images because that is what men enjoy most about sex, the immediate gratification of an orgasm. But for women, ads that aim at women promote more romance and long-term enduring relationships because for women, the most pleasurable aspect about sex is what it means for them in the future. As well, oftentimes, ads that aim at women will suggest the use of a particular product will increase her sexuality and that a woman's sexuality is a definite statement of her personality. Thank you for listening, and now back to Chelsea with an elaboration on gender portrayals in advertising.
Hello, again. So, gender portrayals in advertisements are very oppositional, and even though there are marketing publications directed either towards men, women, or both, the males and females depicted in the roles displaying are generally formed around the same meanings. In the book titled Physiological Studies, Role Portrayals of Men and Women in Print Ads by Damodar Suar, results collected from 1,400 ads from men's, women's, and general interest magazines, a study revealed that women are primarily portrayed in traditional roles such as concerned with physical attractiveness, housewives, and sex objects. Contrarily, men are portrayed in sex appeal, authority figures, career-oriented, and outdoor roles. Joseph Carabas, founder and CRO of the Next Stage Companies, which is a company that specializes in helping people to improve their marketing efforts, explains that in order to sell a product effectively, a person must first know the difference between marketing and advertising before he or she is able to add the sexiness that seems to capture consumers' attraction. Advertising simply has the basic premise of, hey, look at me, whereas marketing has an international purpose as to what is being shown. This meaning that in addition to, hey, look at me, there is another message stating, I'm the best for you, or you need this. So there is more that takes place behind the sometimes controversial ads that are in today's society. Sex is added into them because it is what draws people into products and is what makes them become more interested in what's trying to be sold. Then, once their audience is captured, it is up to the deeper meanings of the content to make them want to buy the product. Now, to sum everything up, it's back to
So viewers, to conclude today's show, sexuality in advertising captivates consumers as the actual product buys you a relationship and because it draws people into the product. Using sexuality in advertising is a practice that is extremely common today because it has proven to be so successful. Richard Tafflinger says that history has proven time and time again that sex is an effective way to capture attention and create interest in a brand. Therefore, sex fulfills needs and desires, and viewers will be more likely to project themselves into a situation if they perceive themselves as actually being sexy or wanting to be sexy. So definitely, sex sells.
I just had